Yeah, so the tag league started this weekend. Only 2 matches are up. None of them are tag league matches. So I figured because last week didn't actually give us the brackets, or not the brackets, but the layout of who's who and what teams are what. I figured we do our preview here, and then next week we'll start on the tournament. So, Rich, have you looked at these 2 blocks yet? Because it's 16 blocks, 6 team blocks, so 6 blocks, or 6 people, 6 tag teams on each block. Have you recognized which is the A block and which is the B block yet? Have you spotted it?
So I guess this is a good time to go through it on air here. So
Okay.
We'll start with the blue block. We have Momo and Azumi. What is their team name, James?
Momo Oz. Yes, they are the defending tag league tourney champs from last year. They're one of the few teams that are actually the only team that have done it together 3 years in a row out of this group of people. But there have been a few teams now on here that have been teams in tag league previous year, which is like a different take from previous years where it used to be like, we'll just throw random teams together every single year. And it doesn't matter. So I really like that they're having Momo and Azumi together again for a 3rd year, because they're, for my money, the best tag team in Stardom.
So we've also got the Tam and the Mina.
Yes. Dream H.
Dream H.
Yes.
Man.
Do you know what the Dream H stands for?
I do not.
Okay, so Tam is the Stardom Dream. When she was in 2019 tag league with Arisa. Arisa's the Shining Star, so they were Dream Shine. And because Mina is the Gravore H Cup model, for the past 2 years, they have been Dream H.
Shouts out to the Mina.
Yeah.
Then we've got Starlight Kid and Ruaka.
Yeah, Starlight Kid and Ruaka. This is
They got to be dark something, right?
I forgot what their name is, but it is something like that. But this originally was supposed to be Kid and Konami, but because of Konami's enteritis, she's going to be off for basically this part of this tour for Tag League. So
Kurotora is what Zach is saying.
Yeah, the names are actually out there. I just don't remember that one offhand. But it was when they pull out of their hat.
Black Tiger Highway.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Big shouts out to my man MJ does PR in the chat. What's going on? We've also got Shuri and Micah.
Yes.
Represent DDM.
Yes. Obviously, they would have done the tag team champions of ALK of Julia and Shuri, but Julia is going to be gone until maybe the end of December. Their team is Ponytail something. I can't remember, but it's Micah and Shuri, and it's going to be...
They've given us an all-time GIF already.
Yes, they have. That is going to be a tough-ass... Yes. They're going to be a tough-ass team to deal with. Obviously, Micah will be eating a lot of these pins, or the few pins that they do take in Tag League, but yeah. That's gonna be a fun team, and that is like, you look at it, that's another, that is now, we've mentioned 3 very, very good tag teams.
Yep.
Next one,
we've got Mayu Iwatani and Rin Katakura.
Yes, Rin Katakura gets to continue her dreams of being around and amongst Mayu Iwatani. It is amazing how many people find inspiration from this woman as
find strength.
Yeah, as people keep, leaving her left or right or getting taken from her. She's, but anyway, like that should be a fun tag team. Rin is very good in tags, and Mayu is Mayu. So, that is a 4th, really good tag team. And then you have the rookies. You have Team Full Moon, Lady C and Waka. Waka's her logo is a crescent moon, and you throw in Lady C. You put the crescent moon and the C together. You get a full moon. Yes. They tag together in the dark match of the Osaka Hall show, so they will just continue their streak of getting whooped by everybody on this. I was
gonna say they about to get the shit beat out them.
Oh yes. Like they got, I think 2 points is like their best case scenario. I think
they could steal a win on Starlight Kid and Rocco.
Right. But these other teams, hell no. Y'all finna eat these L's. Y'all finna eat defeat. And by defeat I mean boots. in Asics.
Very, very, very good block there.
Yeah.
So let's go on to the red block. We've got Utami and it looks like Kamatani. Yep.
So, former tag team champions, Aphrodite. They're going to have good matches. I really don't think they have great matches ever, but they have good matches. They already had a title shot against Julia and Shuri, and to be honest with you, we still don't know what is going to happen with the tag team titles. We don't know if they're going to make Shuri and Julia relinquish them, or if the aftermath of whoever wins will eventually get their title shot. But they will be in the hunt until the last day, probably. Definitely. Utami and Kamatani. So yeah. Next team.
We got the big and little sisters themselves, Natsupoi and Himeka.
Yes. They're called Himepoi 21. I didn't know there was a Himepoi 20 or 19, but they went with 21. 21.
So,
yeah. A great tag team. I was hoping, obviously, people come up with meme names for these teams, given their history. There has to be some type of Actors Girls pun to throw in at them. I haven't seen it yet, but we'll see what happens and unfolds. But that's going to be another top team that has a chance to win a block. So I guess we go to the next team from there.
So we have Hazuki, and then we have Koguma. Make sure y'all clip that.
Yes. But, I halfway think that's the reason why you decided you wanted to start doing this on Twitch, so that people can catch you doing the Koguma bear pose. Yeah, man, this is another team that has the potential to win. Given Hazuki's almost instant hit the ground running return to stardom.
Yep.
She came back and she was fourth from the top in Osaka-jo Hall, and the next pay-per-view, the Kawasaki Super Wars, she will be probably in the main event, or I presume in the main event, challenging for the red belt against Utami. Her and Koguma, I think that was them reuniting after them not being in the ring together for I think it's 6 or 7 years. I think that was the most emotional story, or the best feel good moment, at least in Osaka-jo Hall. I think they can carry that and actually win this tournament potentially. So yeah, their team is called Fukuoka Double Crazy, and because of Japanese translation and what double and W means, the acronym is, instead of FDC, is FWC. So there's that. But I expect to see good matches out of them with because Kaguma's very good in tags. Especially when she's tagging with Mayu, and Hazuki, she still looks like Hazuki, after 2 years off. So, have high hopes.
So we got our next team, a very, very respectful of this team, Unagi and Mai Sakurai. Lots of respect here, for the Unagi.
I don't know if they're going to be they could be pushovers in this block, or they could surprise people and finish third. I'm not sure. I don't think they have a chance. I think they'll be eliminated before the final night, though. I feel that way, but we'll see what Unagi can do when she has to be the lead dog in a tag team. Normally she's in there with Mina, or she's in there with Tam, and she's the person that has to do all the selling. So we'll see how she do as a person that sets up, gets the hot tag and all that kind of stuff.
Come in, do the cool moves.
We'll see. We'll see she'll see how she does it. I think that's important for her. Now that we're at the point where she can have good matches where she can get a crap kicked at her and she fights back. Now let's see what happens when she is the person that has to, more or less do the carrying in a way. So that will be a step. We'll see how her evolution goes as she progresses further.
So up next we've got the walking personification of Vorp and Saki Kashima.
Oh my god.
Taking on or teaming with Death Yamasada. Of course, I have my cigar here. Death is about to smoke in. She'll put you in the pack too. So Death Squad. That's what they should be called, because who's really here for Saki?
I think this should be team upset. Like as far as like they're going to catch one or two of these. They're going to catch either one or two of the Hazuki, Kaguma, Utami, Kamatani, Natsupoi, Himeka teams with between like
Team Flash Pin,
yes, exactly. Like between like Def's packages of high speed roll ups and O'Connor rolls, and then Saki playing dead and hitting you with that fucking crucifix roll up flash pin.
Pulling out
they're going to catch people. They're going to catch people. So
showing you the sports section and then rolling you up.
And then I guess we can move to the next team. But I think they can get some upsets. But I think they'll be eliminated. One of the first teams eliminated in the block.
And then it looks like the Hannon twins, if I'm not mistaken.
No. This is okay. So this is Hannon with Rina.
Okay.
Yeah, Rina and Hina are the Hannon twins.
Okay.
So yeah, like they put the two together. It's funny because like there's currently only 3 members of Stars. All 3 of them are teaming with people outside of their faction. But they do this with the sisters. So like it's funny that they're doing like, you know, Hannah who's in Stars versus like Rina who's in Oedo Tai, given that all they've done is had to thump over like the rights to Death and Starlight Kid over like for most of the year. So
fighting over property.
Yeah. But yeah, they'll, you know, this is about just getting them out there and they're going to take some L's, and I don't think they're getting any W's, but it is what it is. It's about them going out there getting experience. So, I think it'll be good. Like, I think Hannah's going to be good. Like, I think she's already good, but I think she'll probably be the next future champion after this. And then we'll finally see like how good she is for a 17-year-old, 16-year-old.
So the blue block is definitely the A block.
Yep.
Red block is the B block for sure.
Yep. And you know, like we're talking about 4 great teams against 3 great teams. But I still think that like, and also this is going back to the normal traditional format of everybody in the same block face each other. Last year they did this wonky thing where they had everybody in a block face the other block in its entirety, and I was kind of like, how do you do tiebreakers on this damn thing? I don't even remember how they handled it, but like, you know, this makes it a lot more easier for me to figure out what the fuck could happen in the future. So this will all be done in, I think by mid-November. So it's only a month. It's not going to be some 2-month thing. They'll be able to get this out the way. We'll see what happens with Julia as far as what they do as far as if is this just for a title shot or is this for the actual titles. We'll see. But I think it'll be a better tournament than the other 2 that I've seen, because the other 2 have been, you know, kind of here and there as far as tournaments where you would get, you know, a couple matches that would go off, but like for the most part they were just their matches. And I gotta say, like, at this point, after all of the G1, all the Grand Prix stuff, like, I'm kind of in it for seeing some tag action right now.
Yeah, this is looks like a nice low stakes tournament to watch, and you can just pop it on, and you don't have to really worry about analyzing for star ratings. And I don't know, it just seems like a nice relaxed watch.
I think that well, at least one of these shows is going to happen. This Kawasaki Super Wars pay-per-view on November 3rd what features some matches from this. So like, I think just by having, in the same way that the Grand Prix was boosted by having three of the shows basically being pay-per-views, or not basically, but being pay-per-views, like it made them say we're going to have better matches than what we normally have or whatever. I think by that factor, it'll also be better than normal years. So you're going to see more 4-star matches. So that's cool. I don't really. Do you have any predictions on a winner or block winners or anything like that? Because I really haven't even thought that far.
I'm not gonna take Momo and Azumi because I feel like they're tied up in other things. Not gonna take Shuri. Not gonna take Mayu. I'll take Tam and Mina winning the block, and then I will take Kaguma and Hazuki, and ultimately Kaguma and Hazuki winning. I'm
with you on the red block entirely on Hazuki and Kaguma. I'm just looking at it like Kamatani has bigger fish to fry in the future, and Utami definitely has bigger fish to fry defending the red belt. And then you have Hemapoi like as the trios champion, so they already are a version of tag team champion. They don't need another version. So I'll go with Hazuki and Kaguma for the red block. As far as the blue block, I think I'm gonna go with Momo and Azumi to win it a second time, and I think maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm shortchanging Mina and Tam, but I think I'll go with them for a second run and maybe and probably become the champions this time around, because like they I'm thinking of the Sumo Hall show, and I'm thinking of like, all right, got to fill a card. And you know that Shuri is going to be in the main event against Utami. What are you going to do with Julia if and when she comes back? So I'm thinking like she's going to have a belt and then not defend it. Like, I think the most likely thing makes more sense is she has a special singles match with somebody. And I think that if you do that, then like you have the rest of DDM and a trios defense, and you have Momo and Azumi defending the tag titles. Because they're an excellent tag team.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm overthinking and playing too much, full on long term booker on that. But that's kind of what I just kind of figured it like they're going to have something special for Julia when she comes back, if she comes back in time for Sumo Hall.
Maybe Hazuki can defend the real Stardom against her.
I mean, that's always there. That is there. That is definitely there. They could do that.